Hello everyone, I'm 365 Days of Horsemanship. I think we'll say 360 and 361. I think it's actually been one more than that, but it's been the same each day. It's been crazy busy. We've had 2 horses with abscesses, including Mia. Just for abscesses, it's just the time of year. The mud is out, the flints are there, and yeah, everyone's just adjusting to the different climate for the winter time. And so yeah, with Mia, the abscess was a really actually very rewarding and very, I think it was an experience that just made me feel very proud of how far we've come. Because so I brought her up a couple of days ago, I think 3 days ago now, 3-4 days ago, and she was super lame. So just a front foot abscess. So yeah, obviously cleaned it all out, cleaned the foot, and put the testers on. Didn't really get much out of the testers, but I could see that there was like an obvious tractor going down one side of her foot. So just kind of had a little, just like a superficial little scrape out. I definitely wouldn't recommend doing your own farriery without any training, but certainly if I see a track and it's a case of scraping out the gooey stuff, scraping out the soft stuff, then I'll absolutely go ahead and do that. So yeah, so scraped that out and gave her a warm water soak with some Epsom salts, which is what we tend to do to just really help all of the abscess drain. And this whole time while I've got the foot, and then while I'm doing the soak, I'm waiting for something to kind of go wrong. That she's suddenly going to freak out, that she's going to get pissed off with me, that there's going to be rearing, that there's going to be bucking, that there's going to be all sorts of things. Like, Lawrence really struggles when he doesn't get the abscesses as much. Of course, I've said it now, he'll get one this year, so I'm going to touch some wood. He has in the past suffered with thrush in his feet, and if I am like wrapping or bandaging or poulticing or cleaning or doing anything really to his feet while he's got thrush, he finds that really hard and really uncomfortable and really stressful. And usually I brought him up to the yard, and so he's away from his friends, and that's stressful too, and the whole thing's just overwhelming. And so I was really anticipating that there would be some of that with Mia, and I think my mindset has just changed like so much in the last probably year, but like significantly in the last 6 months or so, I would say, where now I'm just so much more aware, so much more connected and present in the moment with what's going on. Like, if I start to feel that she's like getting restless on that leg, I'm like, oh, I've had it up for a while now. Okay, I'll just scrape this bit out and then I'll put it down, so she's not having to like pull it away from me. Just being aware of those cycles of stress, being aware of like the timing of when things are changing. So, if she's getting stressed, but I think it's going to get better or it's manageable, just like allowing that, managing that stress cycle, continuing to, do some stuff with her foot, maybe easing off the pressure on the painful bit and just like, digging out, just picking out the hoof, or just like standing there with her with the hoof up until she feels a little bit better. And then when she feels better, when she settles down, then putting it down. And just being a lot more praiseful and a lot more just empathetic, sympathetic, a lot more understanding of the fact that, she doesn't have to trust me. Like, it's an expectation. Actually, if she feels worried about me digging around in her painful foot and then trying to put it in a weird smelling bucket full of liquid, then that's okay. That's reasonable. And, you know, allowing her to have those emotions, saying, you know, I understand you. I understand where you're coming from. Like with the soaking, like putting the foot in, taking it back out again, putting it back in again, just not necessarily, and not expecting that I'm going to be able to like put her foot in the bucket and then leave, which is what, you know, I would have done before, where I'd been like, oh, I'll just see if I can. And then actually knowing that it's not really going to work out, setting her up for success, taking the foot back out the bucket, giving her a minute to think about it, going away, coming back, and then putting the foot back in the bucket. And yeah, it was really, I was really pleased, to be honest. Yeah, I was really pleased. I was able to get the poultice on, and then actually she went hooning up the hill back to her friends when I let her off, which was silly of me. I should have walked her up there. But the poultice came off on the way up, and I was actually able in the field to put the poultice back on, which again is just like super. I could never imagine being able to do that with Lawrence. He'd be like, see you later. I don't have to stand still for this. But just having like enough in the bank with Mia and I was just a really exciting feeling. So in a lot of senses, I think it's been potentially like kind of a boring few days, but I also feel like it's been really great for both of us. Like, you know, I came and did the poultice again the next day, put it back out again, and then when Larissa and I came to see her, she was pretty much sound and came over, and you could feel this like gratitude and this feeling that she had connected the fact that her foot was sore. She'd come up with me, we'd done some stuff, and now her foot felt better. And there was this real like engagement, this real happiness, this real like engagement with the process. And so then when I brought her up again the next day, it was the same deal where it was just really harmonious and cohesive. And I was really just excited about that. I'm really excited about that. It's really nice to feel that we've got a solid relationship now. Like there's definitely a lot of things that we still are working on, but I really feel this deep sense of connection with Mia now. And I think this episode with the abscess has been a real kind of the proof in the pudding for me of that. And that's been really just nice and very gratifying to feel that way. Yeah, it's been really good. It's been really, really good. So basically the last few days have consisted of me bringing her up, soaking her for 10 or 15 minutes while I do her plaits, and then poulticing her and turning her back out again. And every time she's been happy to come. There hasn't been a time when she's not been happy to put the halter on and come with me. And, you know, I've been kind of worried because I've been quite task focused, because it does take up, you know, quite a bit of time doing the poultice, and then I've been wanting to get to Lawrence as well. And I've had a bunch of stuff going on this week. It's been super, super busy with work, and just everything is super busy. So I'm really pleased that even though I think we're at the point where we're kind of spending a little bit of money as well as putting some in, because it's not like I'm not doing an awful lot of, what I would call like horsemanship, like I am, because I'm very present and very conscious of my timing and my feel, and being present with her in the experience while we're struggling through the abscess issue together. But we haven't done much outside of that. And so it's really nice to feel like what I'm doing with the abscess is at least kind of maintaining our relationship, and that she doesn't see it as a really negative experience. So that's really super. And then with Lawrence, due to another horse having an abscess, taking up a little more of my time, we haven't had as much time together as I would like, but the time that we have had, which is kind of like 15-20 minutes a day, things are really exciting there. Things are really exciting with Lawrence. I am just playing a lot now with focus changes as a result of supportive leadership, and specifically as a result of supportive leadership at the touching distance. And it's getting really consistent now, and that's really fun for me. I'm really excited to feel like we've made some progress there. I definitely feel overall the last 3 months maybe that his general openness, curiosity, engagement in life is a lot greater. I feel like he's shut down a lot less of the time and to a much lesser extent. So, and when I say shut down, I mean like frozen in one focus, like not really engaging with anything else, and usually that's the grass, and it's like this kind of self-focused grass where the ears are slightly back, and whereas now it's like there's grass, but we've got ears forward, we're flicking around, we're looking over here, we're taking a quick look with our eyes over to me, then we're smelling this grass, then we're like, there's a lot more small focus changes happening for him in his daily life, which is really nice to see. And then what we've been working on is I've been coming in, I've been doing my supportive leadership walking practice, usually initially until there's a category change. But, excuse me, if there's not a category change, when I first arrive, then I'll jump straight into sort of alternating that support, the walking support, with like coming in and like pushing into him and pushing into him over here and then pushing him into over there. And then I'll take another little walk, and then I might like come and stroke past him. And I'm finding now that pretty consistently, it's not a massively long amount of time before there's that category change. And his head just comes up from the grass. He looks at the environment, or he looks at a member of the herd, or he potentially looks at me. And if he looks at me, then I can give him the nose touch. And then we can go back to harmony and flow, which is really nice. Like, it's so nice. It's super, super lovely. We've been able to get that, every session that we've had, the last 3 sessions. And yeah, I really feel excited about that. I'm very, very highly motivated these next few days to really get on top of my admin list. I feel like I'm drowning in life admin at the moment. I've got so much to do. There's some exciting stuff happening with Horseman's Log, which is just like put a bunch of stuff on my to-do list to get that sorted out. So that's really exciting, because I'm kind of like transitioning now that I'm coming to the end of this project, like into whatever I'm going to be doing from now, which is great. But obviously some of that needs some like behind the scenes setup. And then also there's wedding prep, and also there's work, and yeah, it's just like a million things. So as I say, I'm really grateful, lucky, blessed to have all of the opportunities and everything going on in my life that I do. I just really would love to have a little bit more time for the horses in my day at the moment. But I am really trying to be grateful for what I do have time for, and kind of try to get to a place where I feel like I'm on top of everything. Like the cycle is manageable. Oh, excuse me. You can tell I'm super tired from how busy I've been. Just really get on top of everything, so that I feel like I can reintegrate more consistency. I'm really missing the consistency. I feel like, the last few months I definitely been focusing on like quality over quantity, and I'm really actually missing the quantity now, and saying, I really want to get back to feeling like I have my life together enough that I have time every single day. Because definitely since I started this project, my life has got like even busier than it was back then. And yeah, so that's my kind of personal focus, is really like getting all my ducks in a row so that my daily life can look a little bit more horse-centered. And yeah, but I'm really happy with both of them this week. I'm really, really happy with how they both are and how they both feel. And it's really exciting to be learning all these amazing lessons with them and having such amazing experiences. So yeah, so I'm super, super happy, super positive today. Hopefully tomorrow I might get a little more time, and yeah, I'll be able to catch up again.